Welcome back to the coldest segment in all of sports, and let me tell you what's been going on at base camp. Usually at 10 a.m. we see a draft of this segment so we can build an argument and I can choose some props. These are my real ones. Not this morning.
Commitments.
Segment you're about to see is so controversial. All it said was redacted in our Google Doc. So you, me, Brew, and Coach are all headed into a dangerous unknown known only as Mahomes Mountain.
Indeed. This was
Never seen
compiled
it.
from 30,000 feet in the air, middle of the night, going from Los Angeles to New York.
Oh, I thought you meant the altitude of the mountain.
Well, we go looking down upon the mountain. All right, let's show who's not on the mountain. Fell off this week, sadly. Kenny Pickett, he got hurt, and Sam Howell, he got eviscerated. So they are off the mountain. Not climbing today. Bailey Zappi, who has replaced Mac Jones. Tim Boyle, who has lost his job, would appear. Bryce Young and Desmond Ridder. Now, some new people on the seventh row. Welcome to the mountain, Drake May. College football's regular season is over.
Wow.
Hey, regular season's over. He's, hey.
Wow.
What do you put the mountain back on the screen?
I'm with Carl.
Aiden O'Connell drops a bit, as does Justin Fields. You might be like, they didn't even play. It is a slippery mountain this week. Derek Carr almost got replaced on the mountain by Taysom Hill. That could be coming. He should be replaced in the lineup by Taysom Hill, and I am not a known Taysom Hill supporter. Sixth row, Kyler slips a bit. Three of my favorites stay right where they were. Geno had a great game on Thursday, but again, it's a tough mountain this week. He could move up. Baker, once again, he played well, but he doesn't move up. Josh Dobbs stays where he is. Gardner Minshew, they're 7-5, and he is cooking. Russell Wilson, on the other hand, is having a grease fire in the kitchen because he attempted to cook a little too much. He slips. Fifth row. Now, Brew, while the mountain is not left to right, you will notice Brock Purdy has moved over to the left. I'm not sure why. Justin Herbert could only muster 6 points against Wildes' New England Patriots. He falls. Jared Goff stays where he is. Jordan Love. Shout out Jordan Love, playing great the last 3 weeks. And Caleb falls as his college career appears to be over. That is where he is for the time being. Now, to the fourth row of the mountain. Tua had an argument to move up, but it was all Tyreek in that particular game. Josh Allen didn't play. Lamar moves down in a bye week. And then Matt Stafford had a monster game against Cleveland, of all teams. So Matt Stafford moves up, and what's that? That's Deebo Samuel on the mountain. What is Deebo Samuel doing on the mountain? Is he pulling Brock Purdy up the mountain? Oh, Brock Purdy! Deebo pulls Brock Purdy.
I will take that.
A nice shirt from Everest gets him into the top 10 for the first time in his career. Deebo Samuel.
I know, but he's winning.
What a great teammate. Third row. Jalen Hurts has to slip. The Prince had a valiant effort, but he was injured. He did play well, though. 9 touchdowns the last 3 games after 9 touchdowns in the first 9 games. And C.J. Stroud, I wanted to move him up. I felt like C.J. deserved to move up. But again, slippery, tough mountain this week, which leads us to row 2. It hurts me more than it hurts you.
Wow.
But you have to drop. America demanded it. Dak could be a top. So I know you're looking at the mountain. You're saying, so who does that leave? Because the top row is not vacant. And let me tell you this. In today's fickle media landscape, where most recent is all that matters, where a guy can go from MVP candidate to his coach literally asking him, is he going to be benched for Sam Darnold, back to being an MVP candidate in the span of 5 weeks. In that world, there is only one answer for the top of Mahomes Mountain. Reveal it, please. People are asking, is Jake Browning the best quarterback we've ever seen? Jake Browning right now we can show you his numbers from last night, and here's just the facts, America. Jake Browning, the only quarterback in the NFL in the top 4 in completion percentage, yards per game, passer rating, and yards per attempt. And so in a world where you demand Brock Purdy be ahead of great players like Justin Herbert or Josh Allen or established guys, where you demand Patrick Mahomes fall down the mountain even though he has lived atop the mountain for 5 straight years, in that world there's only one answer. The most recent thing I saw is the only thing I saw. Jake Browning.
It's not bad.
Congrats, buddy. You're atop Mahomes Mountain.
It's not bad.
There it is. Coach, your thoughts?
So compiled at, what did you say, 30,000 feet last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, red eye, probably pretty sleepy. Would you like another drink?
It's a great
Would
mountain.
you like another drink,
It's
Mr.
a great
Wright?
mountain.
Sure, I'll have another one. I'm just doing some work. I'm just doing some work.
But I'm going to show
Yeah,
on
this
national
is-
TV.
This is going to be. This is going to be.
All right, enough of this.
Okay,
Stand up,
sorry.
Steve.
So look, I like the fact that you push Love up a little bit, but I don't think you've pushed him up enough, and I don't think you're giving him enough credit. And here's why: he's played. If we could bring up where he's been over the last 3 games, he's won 3 in a row. He's beat Kansas City and Detroit in back-to-back weeks. Okay, both division leaders. Talking about 8-0 or 8 TDs, 0 interceptions, passer rating of 116.9. And here's the most important thing: is that they have the youngest offense in the NFL. So this is a young quarterback, a first-year starter, taking over for a legend with all young guys, and now they're performing at the level that they're performing. You got to give him a lot of credit, not only for how he's improved, but how that group has collectively improved and beaten 2 very good teams in back-to-back weeks.
All right, these are all great points, and I think Jordan Love, it's one of the reasons that I think, Brew, you as well, we picked the Packers to go to the playoffs this year, was we thought Jordan, after sitting for those 3 years, was going to be maybe more competent than most expected. I am a little troubled by the fact that, as Wildes mentioned, Coach did not know where I was going to have Love in the rankings, and yet felt confident enough to have the bottom line say, Love is blind and so is Nick. Feels a little presumptuous, if you ask me.
Was it, though? Was it?
I think I've got him alongside Justin Herbert, but go ahead.
Coach might
think
have
I nailed
had a
it.
source. It sounds like Coach might have had a source. Look, Nick, let me start by giving you a little bit of credit.
What?
For moving Brock Purdy.
Well, I didn't do that. Debo saying
Debo did.
Well,
he
here's
literally
why,
is
here's
pulling-
why I'll give you the credit, though. Because you thought it was, I insulted Brew and Brock by moving him up with Debo. But you could have done the same thing with Tua and Tyreek. You could have had Tyreek hitch that rope to Tua and pull him up as well, but it didn't happen. And so I'll give you a little credit for that, even though you might not have seen that. Prince, I think you could have moved him up higher. The Prince needs to come down. I'm sorry.
Why would the?
Sorry he got hurt.
Brew.
He's playing fine, but he's not.
He's averaging 300 yards and 3 touchdowns a game in the last 3 weeks.
He's playing.
They're not.
Fine.
What do you,
Lamar, the Browning thing. I mean, I'll just let that go.
Yeah,
Obviously.
don't let it go.
What do you mean?
Yeah, Lamar, I don't think should get penalized for being in a bye week.
You're not getting better.
Lamar should not fall because he didn't play. And Lamar is not just the numbers. We all know that. The threat, the danger of Lamar Jackson is a huge part of Baltimore's success. It's why he's won 74% of his starts since he became a starter in the league. And so I think Lamar is being penalized unfairly.
Well, listen, again, it was a tough mountain this week, and the last time we saw Lamar play, I did not think he played well at all against the Chargers. The Chargers team who every time a quarterback you dislike plays well against them, you say they're the Chargers. They're the worst pass defense in NFL history, and then Lamar has 13 points and 170 passing yards with 12 seconds left in that game, and all of a sudden it's not a big deal. Also, much like Aaron Rodgers is demanding with the Jets, I demand a mole hunt into this operation. How can Brew? I know our production staff can't type up those lines in real time. How can Brew have known Lamar moved down on a bye week when he didn't have access to it? I am.
Right.
By the way, unlike Aaron Rodgers, I'm naming names. I guarantee it was Dustin who revealed it. It's why I put on the email private and confidential. Someone else.
Few moles up in that room.
Christina.
There's a lot of chatty Cathy's up in there, I'm telling you. They couldn't wait to give us the info.
All right, so here's how my weekend went, my Sunday. Went over to my friend's house, had to watch Patriots-Chargers, where I was at the same time rooting against the Patriots for the sake of draft position, but when the ball was flying through the air, obviously I was rooting for it to be caught, so I didn't know what I was doing. And here's the weird thing. We thought I was rooting against the Patriots because, like, you know what we need? Franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
If we had a franchise quarterback, somebody like Justin Herbert, for example, we could score 2 field goals. What's up with Justin Herbert?
No, fair.
Went to Foxborough, scored 6. This is on the heels of scoring 10. Scored 38 against the Lions, and then since then has scored 36 total. His career through week 13, we're looking at one of the worst performances of his career. And this was with Kellen Moore, who we thought was going to be like this magic elixir. So I don't know what's up with the guy. I'm trying to put a positive spin on it, but it made me worried that maybe my poor Patriots are not just a franchise quarterback away. So the Chargers have one of the top young guns in the entire league, and he's just not that good.
Okay, so a few things. One is your Patriots are definitely not just a franchise quarterback away, as evidenced by, once again,
well, the defense is good.
The unimpeachable graphics test, which is Thursday Night Football promoted your coach because you don't have a single player they can promote. And so that
fair point.
One quarterback won't fix it. Let me say this about Justin, because I don't think I have been, on either end of the spectrum on him. I haven't been one of his loudest supporters or one of his most ardent critics. I said he came into the league as an A-, B+, which was great as a rookie, and the fact that he has stayed there is a little disappointing.
Weird.
What I don't think is fair is, and this is why I'm not a quarterback wins guy, is earlier in the year when he plays great and they lose 35-33 to Miami,
fair.
He gets criticized, and now today they win, but he obviously didn't play well, and he gets criticized. Like, if we...
I mean, he scored... The whole narrative coming out of that game is like the Patriots are so bad, they scored 0. Yeah. Man, Justin Herbert's a star and scored 6.
Right, which is why when he scores 33, but he doesn't get that coveted quarterback win, criticizing him then is ridiculous, but you love to do it.
The previous week.
That's fine, so criticize him in those moments.
That's what I'm doing. It's a rich tapestry.
Okay.
The last 2 weeks, the guy scored 16 points.
Yeah, but... Okay, never mind. By your metric, this week he did everything you wanted him to do.
I'm looking
he
at
got the win.
No.
Well,
kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of.
Exactly.
Chiefs Bills must win.
Oh, this will be fun.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.